Hi everybody, welcome to IPO Stocks channel. Today I present you a new episode. Specifically, I will give you 5 top tech momentum stocks for 2021. So this is part 2 of the series. So if you missed part 1 of the top tech momentum stocks, please have a look on my channel. There are excellent momentum stocks as well in that video. Okay, and in that video today, these strong momentum leaders, they have good growth as well. And many of these strong names came back heavily over the last 5 trading days. So I think they offer attractive entry prices now. So it definitely pays to watch that video until the end with me and have a look at all of these strong tech momentum stocks. So before I start right off with the first strong tech momentum stock, I have to make a short disclaimer. This video does not constitute financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only, so please consider that. And also one more quick note, please subscribe now to my channel with a link in the description below and hit the notifications bell so that going forward you do not miss any market leading stocks from me. For instance, also the new video which I will be releasing soon, the top clean energy stocks and the top tech growth stocks. So please subscribe now. Okay, so that was it for the intro. So let's start right off with the first top tech momentum stock for 2021. And as you can see it in the chart, it is MELI, MercadoLibre. Here you can see the long-term chart of MercadoLibre, and as you can see, since let's say around 2016 May, we have been in a long-term uptrend in MercadoLibre, in a strong long-term uptrend. And here you can see, for instance, we had a base building phase, a strong breakout. Here we had a base building phase as well, strong base breakout. Base is a period of pause, yeah, and we look in general for this period of pauses in uptrends, and when they break out, when the stock breaks out of that period of pause, we would buy the stock. This would we would do like that, yeah. And here as well, period of pause and a strong breakout for MercadoLibre, and here as well, for instance, here we bounce off the 100-day moving average, traded to the upside, and yeah, recently we came back to the 150-day moving average, undercut it, and looked like we are bouncing off the 200-day moving average currently in MercadoLibre. So I think from an entry point level, MercadoLibre, it's cheap now to get on board for that stock. I mean, it does not mean we can correct further. This depends on the overall market and the overall tech performance. Yeah, if we see further pullback in the tech stocks, I mean, all tech stocks will be dragged down. But I think soon we could see a bounce. I think that pullback was now very strong, and I think we could see a bounce and a further continuation of the strong uptrends in the tech stocks. And when we look at the growth characteristics for MercadoLibre, I mean, the EPS growth, it's sluggish. It's minus 131%. But the sales growth, it's good with plus 56%. And the relative strength rating, it's okay with 81. So I think with these characteristics, MercadoLibre is definitely a top tech momentum stock for 2021. Okay, so that was it for MercadoLibre. So now let's have a look at the next top tech momentum stock for 2021. And it is DOCU, Docusign. Here you can see the long-term chart of Docusign, and as you can see, Doku was an IPO in April 2018. After its IPO, it built a nice IPO base here, could break out of that IPO base around, let's say, September 2019, form a nice and strong uptrend since then. You see here as well in the short-term chart, now since quite some time we have been base building here, moving sideways, and now we came back heavily. In Docusign here, looks like now we are trading near the bottoms of that base, yeah. So I think the entry level, the price level is not too expensive. I think it's a good entry level here for a position in Docusign. And when we look at the growth characteristics for Docusign, I mean, the EPS growth, it's plus 4%, not the strongest. but the sales growth is very good with plus 49%, and the relative strength rating is okay as well with 82. And Docusign is in a hot sector in the software space. So I think with these characteristics, I think Docusign is definitely a top tech momentum stock for 2021. Okay, so that was it for Docusign. So now let's have a look at the next top tech momentum stock for 2021. And it is ALTN, Alliant Technology. Here you can see the long-term chart of Alliant, and as you can see, we have been in a long-term uptrend for quite some years in Alliant, say from 2016 until September 2018, and then we had a longer-term correction phase, and we marked the low with that correction phase in March 2020. We reversed from that low, traded to the upside, formed a nice and strong uptrend in Alliant since then. The short-term chart here, we see that uptrend. Here a strong earnings gap up, and then an earnings drift after that strong earnings report. And here recently we came back in a line together with the overall tech pullback, and now we are trading at the lows of that base here. And I think from an entry point level, it's an attractive time now for a line. And when we look at the growth characteristics, these are good. The EPS growth is good with plus 34%. The sales growth is good as well with plus 25%. And the relative strength rating, it's okay with 81. So with these characteristics, Lion is definitely a top tech momentum stock for 2021. Okay, so that was it for Lion. So now we come to the next top tech momentum stock. And it is, as you can see, PYPL, PayPal. Here you can see the long-term chart of PayPal, and as you can see, PayPal was an IPO in July 2015. After its IPO, it formed a nice IPO base, could break out of that IPO base, let's say around April 2017, form a nice and strong uptrend since then. And here you can see as well, we had a Corona breakdown in the uptrend, and we made the low in March 2020, reversed from that low, traded to the upside, and continued with a strong uptrend in PayPal. The short-term chart, you see that uptrend here. Here you can see a period of pause in the uptrend, a base building phase, break out of that base, and here move to the upside. And recently we came back together with the overall market also heavily in PayPal. So I think from an entry point level, it's cheap now. It's an attractive time for an entry position in PayPal. For instance, here we bounced off the 100-day to the upside again. Here around the 150-day, looks like we are now we were near these levels, like we undercut the 100-day a little bit, and now I think we could bounce soon in PayPal and continue with the uptrend. When we look at the growth characteristics, these are very good for PayPal. I mean, the EPS growth is very strong with plus 166%, and the sales growth is good with plus 24%, and the relative strength rating, it's okay with 80. So with these characteristics, PayPal is definitely a top tech momentum stock for 2021. Okay, so that was it for PayPal. So now we come to the last tech momentum stock for 2021 for today, and it is Baidu. Baidu. Here you can see the long-term chart of Baidu, and as you can see from, let's say, around July 2018, we have been in a long-term downtrend in Baidu until March 2020, when we could reverse from the low, trade to the upside, and starting to build a new uptrend. And the real strong momentum move with that uptrend happened in December 2020, and this we see in the short-term chart as well. Yep, in December 2020, we broke out of that sideways moving phase here and had a very strong momentum move, and the build-up of a strong trend to the upside. Yeah, and We made a high reset momentum move around February 2021, and now we came back in Baidu, and I think soon this could be an attractive entry point position here. Now it looks like we are bouncing off the 50-day. We undercut it here, and now we are trading at the 50-day. I think soon we could see a bounce and a continuation with that strong uptrend in Baidu. When we look at the growth characteristics, I mean, the EPS growth, it's super strong with 3,341%. The sales growth, it's plus 9%, and the relative strength rating, it's okay with 81. So I think with these characteristics, Baidu is definitely a good tech momentum stock for 2021. Okay, so these were the tech momentum stocks for 2021 for today. I hope in that video are some nice tech momentum stocks which you can use for your research. And also please subscribe now to my channel with a link in the description below so that going forward you do not miss any market leading stocks from me. For instance, that you do not miss the tech growth stocks which I will be releasing new soon, and also the top clean energy stocks. So please subscribe now. So thank you for watching that video, and I think this year will be an exciting stock trading year, and these tech stocks I think offer nice entry points at the moment with a overall tech pullback over the recent days. So I think it's a way good moment for entry point positions, and I think at the end of the year we will see dramatically higher stock prices in many of these tech names because of the strong liquidity in the markets. And I think that will propel stock prices higher and higher, and also the tech names. So thank you for watching that video, and I hope to see you again soon. Cheers.